So we are going to do the topic concentration and meditation. As all the yoga teachers have explained, they have touched each and everything. So now it's my the last three part, that is Dharana, Dhyan and Samadhi. So it is coming under the Antara Yoga as our Dr. Lokesh has explained. So I'll start with the quote of the Patanjali Yoga Sutra. Desha bandhaha chittasya dharana. That is, the mind is extremely wavering and it has to engage in a particular area. Then the dharana is used. So how to concentrate? A lot of things are happening, and how to concentrate? That is the major crisis. The main thing is this technology is concerned. When you use two gadgets at the same time, your concentration goes down. For example, you are seeing the computer and you see your mobile as well. There's a two gadgets. So automatically your concentration comes down. Always remember to use one gadget at the same time for your concentration not to deteriorate. This is one of the basic ones. The next one, which I will help you, is with the concentration. That is, we call it as mudra, through mudras. Okay. For the mudras, actually, there is 5 category mudras. One is called hasta, that is hand gesture. The second one we call it as manas, mana, that is head. I will show you the demonstration and you can participate with that. The next is kaya, that is, we call it as a postural muscles, like the postures like prana, viparita karni, and things like that. Bandha, and Lokesh sir has spoken about that. Then adhara is perineal muscles. Yeah, that is using like Ashwini Mudra and things like that. So today I'll just focus on 2 things because of the 10 minutes, but it will be greatly helpful. The hand gesture, the first is, this is called Dhyan Mudra. The tip of the fingers, that is the forefinger and the thumb and the 3 fingers straight, Dhyan Mudra, it helps in focus. Focus, concentration, for that this is very good, because you can keep the hand, for example, if you're doing your pranayama practice, you can keep the hand touching your thigh muscle and knee area, where this is the area where the circuit of the energy passes towards your body, and that's the circuit is closed. And when you keep the hands here, it goes to the mother earth. So if you want to have it, you have to circulate in within yourself. So this is very good. And mudra is concerned, there is no time gap, nothing you can do by standing, while sitting, while sleeping. And people who are having a sleeping problem, insomnia problem, for them also this is very good. So focus and concentration for Dhyan Mudra, because mudras are usually related to the 5 elements inside the body and 5 elements outside the body. So it is all related with, for example, this is fire, Agni. This is forefinger, this is, we call it as a Vayu. This is Akash, that is sky. This is Prithvi, earth, and this is the Varun, water. So Dhyan Mudra is generally helpful for concentration and focus. This can be done by any age group. There is no restriction. This is, we call it as a Hasta. The second one in the Mana, the head. With that, I will today give a small thing which can help everybody. This is called Nashigaraga Drishti. Nasi means actually, for example, nose. Yeah. Gagara means your tip. And Drishti means gazing. Okay. So how to, for example, as I said, concentration is a whole thing. So how to concentrate? For example, if I want to concentrate on my nose and I'm a beginner, okay, how to go about it? I can use my forefinger, okay, and I keep it straight here, and slowly I will focus my forefinger here, very slowly, very gently. I'm bringing it towards my nose area, and I can see even the nose is, slightly getting into the inverted V shape and then going here. So I can slightly remove it and then look at my nose. And I can gaze it for some time. This is normal breathing. This is done. And then you can close your eyes. Okay. This is called Nashigiraga Drishti. So what happens here by gazing it, your concentration improves, calms the mind, anger comes down. But there are contraindication, especially glaucoma is there, and the diabetic retinopathy, to not be done. Cardiac, cataract operation, lens, anything is being placed. With anything related with that, it is being better to avoid. But this is good for the eye muscles and concentration for that. This is very good. Actually, this this mudra, this drishti, nasigraha drishti, can be combined with a pranayam. That is what I want to tell you about. So before that, once everybody, we will do it together. Yeah, nasigraha drishti, so that we learn something out of whatever we take. Requesting to everybody, take your forefinger in the front and then slowly, slowly gaze your forefinger very gently, and then keep it on your nose with normal breathing and focus the tip of the nose, gazing it. Have a gentle smile in the face of whatever you do. The moment you feel the eyes are tired, you can just close your eyes and relax. Yeah. So this can be combined with a pranayam called Kaki pranayam. That is one of the unique thing with the this thing that is called. What is Kaki pranayam? Kaki pranayam is you open the mouth like a beak of a crow. While inhalation, you gaze the tip of the nose, and while exhalation, you breathe out through the nostril. So what happens here? You're combining a dharana with the pranayam. So it happens that we get a combination of both. So it cools the brain, especially the Kaki pranayam will cools the brain, good for blood pressure for people, you know, who, it's good for stimulating the digestive secretion. For that, it is very good purification for the blood. For that also, this Kaki pranayam is very good. I'll just show one demo for this, which will be greatly helpful for everyone. That is, open the mouth. For example, I'm keeping my hand in Gyan Mudra because it's Kaki pranayam, so I'm using my hand gesture. I'm going to use my drishti and as well as the pranayam. So it's a combination we can use. So we'll open the mouth like this. This is a beginner stage. So as Lokesh sir has applied, you can even hold your breath in case if you're not having a BP problem. If the person is having a BP problem, it is better avoid holding the breath. Yeah, there is a pressure develops in the heart region. So we can avoid that. So what we can do is for Kaki pranayam, we open the mouth like the beak of a crow. This can be done 6 times and you can hold each and every time according to your own capacity and whatever you can take. So this is, we are using the manas with this. And Naina, Dr. Naina, she was speaking about Vrikshasana. So Vrikshasana is a balancing asana where you're keeping the leg and balancing and gazing at a particular this thing. So that is also coming under dharana. That means asana can be combined here also. So that is also possible. The next one, which if the children are watching and they will also benefit. Okay. That is very, very important for the children. I feel that this is a very, very important aspect, which I have something called a small activity for everybody. Everybody can join. You can, I hope you can all, everybody see this. Okay. This is an activity which I have kept a bird here. What you can do is for this activity, you kindly expand your awareness, okay, and slowly look at the bird which is written here. In between, there is a dot, okay. Do not blink your eyes and gaze for a minute. I'm just giving the time, okay. You can gaze for a minute. Your 15 seconds is over. Yeah, you're not blinking your eyes. You're still gazing. 30 seconds is getting over. Still gazing. Again. Yeah, slowly now look at the dot which is down. The dot which is down, now look at it. Yeah, you can feel the difference of something magic that is happening. Okay, that is just an illusion of the eyes. Okay, you all close your eyes now. for a second. Okay. Again, relax and look at the dot which is down now again for a few seconds. Very, very few seconds, you just look at it. Now again, now you can close your eyes and relax. Okay. This is something, this is activity which you have to do to feel what dharana can really help you. That much beneficial the dharana is. It's a simple activity which can be done by all the parents. Even we can do it and keep it with us and see the concentration. So that much it helps. Okay. So the next one, which from the dharana comes the dhyan. So I'll give us just small thing that it's all interlinked. You cannot be one with the other. For example, in dhyan, there is a focus of only one thing so that the mind is not diverting. Of course, when you want to bring it to the focus, you have to make sure that you have some subject that you are keeping. And for example, if I'm keeping a light and I'm keeping in my heart, and then I try to go inside as much as possible. Whenever I feel the mind is going away somewhere, I slowly bring it back, my attention back to the heart. So what happens is I am not bothered with external things. I try to divert myself within myself and try to go within myself and see what is happening within me. So by training the mind, because what happens is for any human being, there's 60,000 to 90,000 thoughts per day. Nobody cannot be without thoughts. It's a continuous process. We are regulating the thoughts in a right manner. We are training how we are doing yoga for the physical body, how we are doing pranayam. Same way, we are training our mind by doing the meditation practice to bring the byproduct of concentration here, which just happens automatically, so that you are not putting pressure. Till this dharana is all required at a certain practices, because it is, as he said, yeah, you have to do asana, you have to do pranayam, you have to practice pratyahara, you have to do dharana because at the age of 15 years, 16 years, 17 years. And then once we are fully developed, like 18, we can start with the meditation practice. So what happens is, overall, we are able to fully focus on all the Ashtanga yoga here. As all the teachers have said, we have come to the level, I think we are all enlightened with this, the whole thing. Yeah. So I will thank you so much for this opportunity.